So yeah, I first met John out in Santa Clara at Velocity 2014. If you asked him, he's going to tell you another conference much later. This was the first time we met, and the guy I was with said, if you know Gene Kim, then you've got to know John Willis. And I said, who's John Willis? And he was like, you've been yelling at him on Twitter for weeks. You don't know him? And I was like, he doesn't look like his profile picture, right? And John hits me with, that's Deming. And I say, who's Deming? And he says, you don't know who Deming is? And our buddy dipped, and I had to go buy John a beer, and like got the most enthusiastic Deming chewing out I've ever had in my entire life. And from there, like, we were friends. There's no telling where I might bump into him. That's DevOpsDays, New York City, Minneapolis, Silicon Valley, and even Leigh-Giles, Scotland, where John's never been. He was well known and bought me like some credibility. And then we started catching up at this Mexican restaurant in Ackworth, Georgia, because we both lived down the street from each other, coincidentally enough. Took us a while to figure that out. And yeah, I started hitting John with, when's the next DevOps Days Atlanta? And he's like, funny you should mention that. It's a good question. It's like being a CISO. If there isn't one, you ask, it's like your job now. And yeah, that's where we got kicked off with DevOps Days Atlanta 2016. This was an Allman Brothers reference. This was the first time I organized the event. But again, part of the reason I got to step in that position was John was like, no, I know that guy. He's been around. He's been showing up at these things. And the next time we were terrorizing the local Mexican restaurant, I'm pretty sure they thought we were gang affiliated between my last name and his New York accent. John says, you know, it's a really charmed life we get to live. And we toasted and just thought about how great it is to network with people and like share information and learn. So I adopted this and started toasting at events. As John Willis once told me, it's really a charmed life we get to live. And had been doing this for years. And of course, every now and again, someone says, John who? Like, who's this guy? And like, I totally stole John's bit, which I don't think it was a bit. It felt authentic at the time. I get to hit him with, any second now, you don't know who John Willis is? Like, you've not heard of this guy? What rock have you been living under? Like, did you just fall off the turnip truck getting in town yesterday? You gotta be kidding me. So TLDR from the Mexican restaurant, there's a complex threshold between lean practices and human factors on value streams. And this is the third time John's helped us recenter DevOps on this threshold. First it was serverless, then it was platform engineering, now it's AI. A lot of what he's contributed and people he's introduced me to is like influenced my value stream mapping and how DevOps versus serverless turned into compute platform. I'm not going to run through the whole map here. Then we met up in DevOps Days Chicago. That was another like big organizer summit. And I was like talking about data platform stuff in an open space, and I got done and John like popped up over the back of his laptop. He'd been like creeping on the conversation the whole time. And that's what brought us to Deming Days Atlanta. So part of how I value stream and dependency chain map, we break things out into social practices. So this is like the social practices tied to AI value streams, which depend on data platforms. Then in Antwerp, I make my toast for the first time at John's table. It's a charmed life we live, all this stuff we get to learn. And everybody chink chink, hear hear. You're not wrong, Chris. And John, they turned to John for some insight. He says, I'm like, I don't remember saying that. Which, yeah, that's where a lot of we should have taken better notes at the Mexican restaurant, honestly, because we don't know what we said. The difference between a myth is a written record explaining a society's cultural views, right? So when you're getting into like ancient history, like when there's actual records, it's myth. When there's allusions to them and sort of footprints in the sand, that counts as lore. Stories and legends that are recorded but not finished, American folklore, like Paul Bunyan, right? And one of those legends now is the charm life of Botchagalupe. So it's been a charm life, John. Glad to have you here today. Thank you so much for everything you do for the community.